In this lecture, we will explore Kanban boards, a tool to make workflows visible, manageable, and efficient. We will also discuss techniques like work in progress limits and cycle times to optimize team performance. In this lecture, you will learn how to set up and use Kanban boards for visualizing workflows, understand the importance of work in progress limits and cycle times in improving team efficiency. A Kanban board is a visual tool used to manage workflows. It is a board divided into columns that represent the different stages of work, such as to do, in progress, and done. Tasks or work items are presented as cards that move across the board as they progress through these stages. To set up a Kanban board, define the stages of your workflow and create corresponding columns. Populate the board with tasks, ensure each task is clearly defined. Move tasks across columns as they progress, updating their status in real time. Work in progress limits are restrictions on the number of tasks that can be worked on simultaneously within a column. For example, if your in progress column has a work in progress limit of 3, only 3 tasks can be actively worked on at any given time. Why are work in progress limits important? They prevent multitasking, which often reduces efficiency and increases errors. When team members focus on fewer tasks at a time, they complete them faster and with higher quality. To implement WIP limits effectively, start by observing how many tasks the team typically handles in each column. Set reasonable limits that challenge the team but do not overwhelm them. Monitor the impact and adjust limits as needed to balance efficiency and workload. Cycle time refers to how long it takes for a task to move from the start of the workflow to completion. Shorter cycle time means faster delivery and higher efficiency. For example, if your team completes a task in 2 days on average, that's your cycle time. To reduce cycle time, analyze where tasks spend the most time on the board. These are your bottlenecks. Investigate and address the root cause of delays. Continuously refine your process to improve flow. Imagine a digital marketing team using a Kanban board. If they notice tasks linger too long in the review column, they might discover that unclear feedback is causing delays. Combining Kanban boards, WIP limits, and cycle time creates a powerful system for workflow optimization. Enforcing WIP limits prevents overload and ensures focus. Finally, they can track progress and make data-driven improvements by measuring cycle times. Together, these strategies foster a culture of continuous improvement where teams consistently refine their processes to deliver better results. Think of a Kanban board as a restaurant's order tracking system. The to do column is the list of incoming orders. The in progress column represents dishes being prepared, and the done column is where completed meals await delivery. WIP limit ensures the kitchen does not take too many orders at once, maintaining quality and preventing delays. Cycle time measures how long it takes for an order to go from the customer's request to the table. Like a restaurant kitchen, a Kanban board organizes tasks to ensure smooth operations, consistent quality, and timely delivery. Set up a simple Kanban board for a personal or group project. Track tasks over a week, setting WIP limits and calculating cycle times for completed tasks. Write a short reflection on how the board helped you visualize and optimize your workflow. Kanban boards, WIP limits, and cycle times are not just tools. They are frameworks for clarity and efficiency. They encourage a mindset of continuous improvement, ensuring long-term success in any agile environment. Let's discuss how applying WIP limits and analyzing cycle times helped or could have helped your team's efficiency. Share your thoughts in the comment section.